In 2026, cruise lines have quietly changed how pricing, boarding, and onboard systems work. And if you're over 55 and following old advice, you can overpay before you even board, waste energy during the trip, and miss out on the best parts of the experience. But the good news is this: once you understand the exact order experienced cruisers follow, everything becomes easier, cheaper, and far more enjoyable. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through a step-by-step checklist, phase by phase, showing you exactly what to do in the right order so you avoid the mistakes no one warns you about. Let's start with the most important phase. Phase 1. Booking the right way before you pay anything. Choose timing before destination. Most people over 55 start with a "where do I want to go?" That's backwards. The correct move is to start with when the cruise is sailing. And why it matters. Prices, crowd levels, and even onboard experience change dramatically depending on timing. What goes wrong if you skip this? You end up on a school holiday sailing, surrounded by families, long lines, loud pool decks, and limited availability for dining and excursions. Pro tip: look for shoulder seasons. Late April, early May, and late September are often quieter, cheaper, and far more relaxed. Never accept the first price you see. Cruise pricing in 2026 is dynamic. The number you see is not fixed. Why it matters. The same cabin can fluctuate hundreds of dollars within days. What goes wrong if you skip this? You pay full price, then watch the same cruise drop later, but you don't get the difference. Pro tip: after booking, keep checking the price weekly. Many cruise lines allow price adjustments before final payment. That alone can save you hundreds. Avoid a free perks attracts free drink packages, free Wi-Fi, free upgrades. They sound great, but they're often built into a higher base fare. Why it matters. You're usually paying for those free perks indirectly. What goes wrong if you skip this? You end up paying more for things you don't even fully use. Pro tip: price the cruise both ways. With perks and without, then decide what you actually need. Phase 2. Cabin selection mistakes most people regret. Don't default to midship automatically. You've probably heard a midship is best. That's only half true. Why it matters. While midship reduces motion, it's often the noisiest and most crowded area. What goes wrong if you skip this? You get a late boarding slot, long lines, crowded terminals. Pro tip: early boarding means you can explore the ship before it fills up. Print and carry key documents. Don't rely only on your phone. Why it matters. Ports, terminals, and even ships can have connectivity issues. What goes wrong if you skip this? Delays, stress, and unnecessary complications during boarding. Pro tip: keep printed copies in your carry-on, not your checked luggage. Phase 4. Boarding day mistakes that drain your energy. Carry essentials in your hand luggage. Your checked bags may take hours to arrive. Why it matters. You won't see your luggage until later in the day. What goes wrong if you skip this? No medication, no change of clothes, no essentials for hours. Pro tip: pack swimwear, medications, and valuables in your carry-on. Avoid the buffet rush. Everyone goes straight to the buffet. Why it matters. It becomes crowded, noisy, and stressful. What goes wrong if you skip this? You start your cruise feeling overwhelmed instead of relaxed. Pro tip: go to a smaller venue or sit-down restaurant. They're usually quieter and faster. Explore the ship immediately. Don't wait. Why it matters. The first few hours are the least crowded you'll see all week. What goes wrong if you skip this? You spend the rest of the cruise trying to figure things out. Pro tip: walk the ship, learn the layout, and identify quiet areas early. Phase 5. Onboard spending traps. Don't link your card blindly. Your onboard account makes spending effortless. Why it matters. Small charges add up quickly. What goes wrong if you skip this? You end the cruise with a surprisingly high bill. Pro tip: check your account daily through the app or guest services. Skip the first day spa and shopping deals. They're designed to create urgency. Why it matters. Better deals often appear mid-cruise. What goes wrong if you skip this? You pay premium prices for services that get discounted later. Pro tip: wait until port days when demand drops. Be selective with specialty dining. Not every upgrade is worth it. Why it matters. Main dining rooms have improved significantly. What goes wrong if you skip this? You overspend on meals that don't feel much different. Pro tip: try one specialty experience, not multiple. Phase 6. Pacing yourself the smart way. Don't overbook excursions. It's tempting to fill every day. Why it matters. Your energy levels are different than they were years ago. What goes wrong if you skip this? You end up exhausted halfway through the cruise. Pro tip: schedule at least one full rest day on board. Avoid peak hours. Timing is everything. Why it matters. Pools, dining, and shows all have peak times. What goes wrong if you skip this? You spend your vacation waiting in lines. Pro tip: eat early or late. Attend off-peak shows. Use the ship when others are ashore. Prioritize comfort over activity. You don't need to do everything. Why it matters. The goal is enjoyment, not completion. What goes wrong if you skip this? You turn your vacation into a checklist. Pro tip: choose fewer, better experiences. Phase 7. Disembarkation done right. Don't rush off the ship. Everyone tries to leave early. Why it matters. It creates congestion and stress. What goes wrong if you skip this? Long waits, crowded hallways, and unnecessary pressure. Pro tip: choose a later disembarkation slot for a calmer exit. Review your final bill carefully. Mistakes do happen. Why it matters. It's easier to fix issues before leaving the ship. What goes wrong if you skip this? You deal with customer service after the cruise, which is harder. Pro tip: check charges the night before departure, sir. Final section. Traps most over 55 cruisers fall into trusting old cruise advice that no longer applies. Overpacking and making the cabin cluttered, ignoring travel insurance. Eek.